Now, y'all have to, can y'all navigate a little, or move one of those chairs and kind of tighten it up because
they're not here.
Not here.
Put it behind you then. Fold it, put it behind
just put it somewhere else.
Right behind
You want to put it on this?
Yeah, there you go. There you go. There you go. You need to move in. You move in.
Watch your buzz in the middle. Now I'm in the middle.
Now we go.
It's all right.
You're in the middle.
Now, woo! Now, stop. Now, what we're gonna be doing now? Again, these are teachable moments. So this conversation is an exchange for people, well, whoever sees this video to learn from. And I'm an intro, and then I'm going to come to you. Then it goes around. Okay. We are recording in 5, 4. Good evening to Connecting the Dots. Today we're featuring a very special group that has been successful in developing their community in a very significant way. The topic is in regard to community and police relations. And without further ado, let me introduce the first person.
My name is Miss Midge. I'm on the advisory board at 12th and Cambria Recreation Center. So I'm going to pass the mic to the next one.
Good evening. I'm Brendan Currington. I am the president of this library.
Good evening. I'm Dr. Lincoln. I work for the Social Cambria Rec.
Good evening. My name is Claudette. I'm communications on the advisory board and a committee person.
Good evening. My name is Mark Gaston. I'm committee man. Plus I'm a partner with the Social Cambria Advisory. Good evening. My name is Keith Jessup. I'm part of the Recreation Center. My job is assistant recreation.
Good evening. My name is Blake Abdullah. I am the Vice President of the 12th and Cambria Street Advisory Board.
Okay, welcome to you all, and thanks for having me in your house. I wanted to talk with you about a subject that each one of you are very familiar with in your own unique way as an individual, as a group. The viewers need to know that each one of you come from this particular neighborhood. So let's start there with the first question. Let's start with you first, if we may, or whoever wants to go first. Let's talk about this community. How long you've been living in the neighborhood, and let's talk about what was happening in this neighborhood 5 years ago.
I've been here, well, I guess about over 40 years. And about 5 years ago, this community was a wreck. I mean, no one seemed to reach out to help us until Dr. Craig came on board. And he really put an uplift in the community and helped us out. And he said, what was the main thing y'all have done? Two main things we've done. We needed the bar around the corner from us on 13th Street closed down. He did that. It was a box out here in front of this recreation center where they used to sell drugs. Nobody seemed to know that's what it was, but it was. And we said we needed to torn down. It was an eyesore. The next day, it was down. He was able to walk around in the neighborhood because he started putting police protection around here, clean up the neighborhood, stopping people sitting on these corners, and sitting out here just using for family. It was more like somebody came along and said, I'm going to help y'all out. And he was about the only one stuck with us until where he at today in a higher position. I thank God that thank him, and we all thank him for helping us get started. And it's continued on. He's hadn't turned his back on us. He's still in helping us. And now we have another chief that's on board. He helps us also. Whenever we need something, or he needs us, we are there. And I feel like this is something that we needed in this neighborhood. The kids can walk home now, they ain't got to worry about getting run over or shot at or falling down in the street, getting run over. These are things that whenever we need the officers out here, they are here. And they do stop every now and then to see what we need, or they come in and sign the book. They even play with the kids with games and stuff, even with the daycare, even with the when we have camp, they come in and participate with the children. You don't have too many do that. And they'll take their time out with you to hear what you got to say. Even some little things, they'll listen. We have a better officer communication with them than we ever had. And if anybody say we don't, something wrong with them. So we need more people to come out and express their opinion on how the officers do today.
Yes, I'm Randy, Director. I've been here now for 18 years. I remember walking by this wreck daily, and as far as I was concerned, it was like our community was invisible. You know, finally, I asked what could we do to uplift our community. Well, I remember, I think it was Officer Crane who said, you need to get an advisory board together. Captain, and get an advisory board. And I asked him, well, what is that going to help? He said, you'd be surprised. So from that, yes, we have accomplished a lot through the advisory board. So, yes.
I'm Dr. Nkrumah Olinga. I'm more or less new to this neighborhood, but I work in various capacities with the neighborhood. My background is education and mental health.
My name is Claudette Page. I've been in this neighborhood for quite some time now. I know a lot of people in this neighborhood. I communicate with a lot of people. I have grandchildren that grew up around here in this neighborhood. I have children that grew up around in this neighborhood. I love the children in the neighborhood. If I can help out, I help out. And as far as the police is concerned, I think that they're doing a great job, but I think we should have a curfew for these children set in place for all the violence and things that's going on. If we have a curfew and the parents be responsible for the children, as far as them coming in on time and making sure the streets are clear and the children in, I think some of the the rate will drop, because most of the children at 14 and 15 getting killed today, if they had a curfew and stick to it, I think the streets would be better off with the children coming up today, the youth.
That's a big question.
Okay, I've been around here 30, 40 years, whatever. It's a long time. Anyway, I remember when we were vibrant, and then people moved out of the neighborhood and the neighborhood started going down. I mean, at one point, we had 2 swimming pools. When it rained, we had a swimming pool outside and a swimming pool in here, because we was leaking that bad. Yeah, we were doing bad. And we formed the advisory council, and then we elected the board members. And now we use this recreation as our neighborhood city hall. That's how uplifting we've made the neighborhood. I mean, at one point we had a 75% decrease in crime. We're doing great. Hey, but we still have a lot more work to do. You know, it's not time to pat ourselves on the back yet, because we have to improve to the point where we grow these kids up and they don't forget
came in this neighborhood, it was 1984, and it was about 6 years ago that I actually came in contact with everyone you see sitting here. It started with Arlene, our president of our advisory board. They came here and she said, she heard me speaking about some things in the community. She said, look, I want you to help out with us. At that point, right, that I started getting with Arlene, actually started bringing in Ricardo and asked him to come to the neighborhood. Ricardo was staying up at my uncle's house, Dar es Salaam, when he got there. They had the CDC there. And they was already working on the problem of stopping or shutting down the bar. When we started working together, creating an advisory board in this community, we realized that there was a number of things that we had to address, because if we didn't address them, then the neighborhood would never move forward, or we would never establish an advisory board for our recreation center. And everything starts with a cleanup. So we start cleaning up our own recreation center, fixing it up, getting it in shape, and then we start addressing the things that was in the neighborhood in reference to our youth, in reference to jobs, in reference to the way that they was not being fed, in reference to the lunches that was coming in for the kids, for school, after school programs, different programs. We started addressing these issues. We started asking politicians to come to the community, to come to the neighborhood. Because here, for one thing, we didn't even know who our block captains was. We didn't know who our ward leaders was. We didn't know half of these people. So we said, how can these people be in leadership positions and nobody can recognize them or know them? So we started bringing these people face frontwards, introduce them to the community, finding out how many of these people was legit, how many people wasn't. These are different things that we started getting into, and we became more than just a recreation center advisory board. We became a community advisory board. And we started doing things past what we was volunteering for, past our commission. And it made a difference because, like again, and I want to reiterate, it was actually 85% no crime that was in this neighborhood. Because of us working with the police force and all the things that we was doing, we had a model of doing for self. We started off with our own paintbrushes, buying our own things out of our own pocket. We got away from block parties into community parties, so that when people know one another, eat together, start sharing their problems with one another, now we have less problems. When the police start speaking and waving to us, and we speaking to them and getting to know they know by their first names, and they getting to know our children and everything, now we have less shootings going on from police and children. We did a lot of things, but we did it by our own self-energy. And those people who chipped in with us, such as Captain Graham, who advised about creating an advisory board and everything, he realized that we was working on our own, so he was willing to work with us. And if we had never did a lot of things from our own energy and did it like that, a lot of other people wouldn't have chipped in. So the first step of doing anything, you have to do for self. We did a lot of things to do for self. And the majority of things that we created, we didn't ask people or beg people. We went out and did it on our own. That was our first step into changing this community around. And then we put together, like I said again, all the so-called leadership in the community. We look for all the leadership, and we said, if you're a block captain, then be a block captain. And if we said, if you're a ward leader, then you have to be a ward leader. If you're a committee person, then this is our committee people. And we got to know them visually. We could see them. We had to identify who they were. Before, in most communities, they could not identify these people. We don't know who's who. And we started getting with the clergymen in the community, the churches, the masjids. We started getting with all these different people, bringing them together. And we brought them together at this rec. And this is one of the reasons why they start calling this rec the City Hall. Because what you couldn't take to City Hall, you could get it done at this rec, and we'll take it from this rec to City Hall. And we brought everybody from City Hall to this recreation center. Those are things that we started doing to change the face of this whole community.
Okay, I'm gonna open up the floor now. Whoever wants to speak, just kind of raise your hand in no particular order, but based on these questions. Now, what I just heard each one of you say is your take on what brought about change. Is it complicated to organize people in the community to come together? And if they come together, why is it important for community people to come together? Why Why is it important to you?
Well, when you put your sweat equity into it, you get people behind you, and you have numbers. And when you have the numbers, members of the community, you have enough of them, change has to come about. If the change doesn't come about, then we're going to have revolution. So that's what's going to happen.
Well, if you invite the people to come out to the community meetings and you bring stuff back to the people in the community from the community meetings, they know they would love to come out when it's something to do or they need or something for them to know. If they want to know about license inspection, they want to know about the recreation, trees need to be cut down, alleys need to be cleaned out. We have the resources and the knowledge to give them to understand that and really go to get the help from. And that's why I'm a community person. Because whatever I have and the knowledge that I have, I share with the people. I get out to know the people. I get out knocking on the doors to make sure they're fine. If I have something to give away, I can share with my community. That's what I do. I try to get to know the people in my community, the youth and the seniors. Whatever I can bring to them and help them with, if they can have it, it's theirs.
Well, it's not, I don't feel that it's so much about the recreation center. I feel it's the community. The community is the key. The more, what they say, it's power in numbers. Well, yes, it is. I feel the whole community get together and do what they're supposed to do. Then I feel that we can make this thing work.
What would you say, when you say supposed to, what would that be in terms of that's key for them to do to make a difference?
To make it like coming out to the recreation meetings.
The meetings?
The meetings, I think, is a big part because they can speak and say what they want to say.
Okay, aside from saying things, do you also enlist them to participate in hands-on?
Oh, yes, all the time. I mean, Ms. Mitch brings a lot of literature. We have PICO. I mean, if you need help with that area, SSI, if you need help with that area, we have a computer room, which also you can plug into and get some help. So, yeah, we're trying, and like I said, we need community.
It sounds like, when I hear each one of you speak, as you go around, it sounds like what you're responding to is the needs of the community. You've identified what the needs are, and you try to facilitate that for them, and that's what makes a community.
Yes.
So,
Yes.
right? Anybody else?
Okay, as far as the numbers, I'd like to give an example real quick. We're not trying to advertise any company. So a company asked us to have like 125 people come out and help. And if they came out and helped, because apparently they didn't think we were going to get that. And the whole community came out. We had more than that. They obliged us. Okay?
What had happened seemed like to me in most communities, as well as our community, is the problem of leadership. And most times, at a lot of the recs, they are undermined, underworked. They don't have enough workers. They don't have enough things going on, period, in the rec, in way of the community to help the community or help themselves. It was the same thing when we first started out here. What happened is by us organizing, right, and replacing block captains and committee people, these people, we start to get the interest in the people that said someone cares about something.
Can we pause right there? You start replacing them. Tell us why. The viewers will
Because
know
what
that.
happened was when we went around to, we started a thing called Block Captain Boot Camp. Curtis Jones downtown, one of the councilmen, he had a program going on as well called Block Captain Boot Camp. And And so I went down and we had got some books, different things in reference to how do you train these block captains, what go on, how should you organize a block. And so when we went to certain blocks to find out who the block captain was, we either found out the guy was too old to take care of the block, or we found out that there's a dope dealer calling himself a block captain. And we said, no, you can't be a dope dealer and take care of this block. And we found a lot of people who said he was block captain was not registered legally as block captains. So they didn't do the responsibility that needed to be done to help the people on the block. And so when we start helping these people to replace and get new block captains, put these block captains in order, we created what you call block captain boot camp, and start organizing that, bring them here actually and give them a class. We actually have books on how you should organize block captains.
So is it more or less the boot camp help to target what their responsibilities would be to the people as a community person, so that they can be more effective?
Well, that would be absolutely true, because for one thing, and I want to say this again, is that because you have 10 people in the house, it doesn't make them a family. If you have 100 people on a block, it doesn't make them a community. When you organize yourself right and you move towards a goal, which is for the good of everyone, right? Now we become what they call communities. Now we become what they call families, right? But first, we have to come together as one and be moving towards the same goal. A lot of times, people weren't able to come together. They weren't able to do certain things because they had no leadership. They had nothing that was binding them together, although they felt the same ills, although they felt the same problems and things. They had no one to say, wait a minute, this is the way that we're going to go about solving this problem. And then I'm going to go a whole distance with you. We find that some people up in this community and who was part of this community, they had what you call entanglement deeds, problems with their homes. They had baby mama dramas, all kind of problems, but nowhere that they could go explain these things, talking in regular language, regular talk, right? And have someone sit down and say, you know something, this is the paperwork you need to put together so we can do this.
Well, what does the city and social service agencies do in respect to, what do they provide in respect to helping people from the community to understand city hall, city government, state government,